Hi friends, how are you all? Today I'll talk about a very interesting combination or conjunction in your birth chart, the Moon Rahu conjunction. Friends, do subscribe to this channel, share this video. If you want consultation, my number is there in the video description. Friends, here this is just the structure of a chart which begins with Aries sign, and I have shown that Moon Rahu conjunction is taking place in the first house. In your chart, it could take place in any house, any of the 12 houses. Now friends, what is Moon? Moon is the significator of mother, of your mind, emotions, your thinking ability, your imaginative power, creativity. Moon can signify your intuition, emotions, as I told you, even your thoughts, feelings, your sensibility. Moon can signify your home, your native place, your motherland. Moon can signify your mental peace. Yes. So your relationship with your mother, mother's health, mother's nature, all these things also can be signified by the moon. And moon is your home, actually, your home. Now, moon also can signify liquid cash. It can also signify your assets because it is connected to the 4th house of your chart. It is the lord and significator of the 4th house, naturally. So friends, moon is connected to all these things. It can also signify, our comfort or comfort zone. Moon can also signify pleasure, happiness also, because 4th house is also the house of happiness. Moon can also signify your astral body and also your causal body, because moon is can signify a body which is not just only a physical body, but a body which is a thinking body, a body which can think, and that is why it is connected to astral body. And also it can stand for the causal body, because the causal body is the body, I'm talking about the body of the native, which has captured all past life impressions and memories are there of various past lives. So moon has captured all those impressions. So it can also signify the causal body. So now moon is with Rahu. Rahu is illusion. Rahu is attachment. Rahu can be confusion, chaos. Rahu can show growth, expansion, intoxication. Rahu can show, even Rahu can be connected to technology. Rahu can be connected to anything that is hidden or secret. Rahu can show secrecy. Now, Rahu is generally considered to be a malefic energy. But friends, if Rahu is well placed in your chart and in conjunction with the moon, if you find that Rahu is, also well placed, moon is also strong, then this conjunction can give you brilliant results because of Rahu, actually. Because Rahu is looked upon as the game changer in astrology. Rahu can give you things which other planets can't, and because Rahu is, you can say, can give you things out of proportion miraculously. So that power Rahu has, even Mars has, because Mars is also the lord of the 8th house and the natural lord of the 8th house, and 8th house is the house of sudden happenings. Rahu is also somehow connected to the 8th house. That is why Rahu is connected to whatever is hidden and secretive. Now friends, if you have moon Rahu, Rahu is considered to be a shadow planet. Rahu is referred to sometimes as smoke. Sometimes it's referred to as a dragon or dragon's head, as it is called in Nadi astrology. Rahu is also sometimes referred to as a serpent. So there are many ways in which Rahu is looked upon. Rahu is a planet which does not have, it only has the head up to the throat, this portion. The rest of the body belongs to Ketu. So actually Rahu, Ketu, they are one entity, but yeah, they are part of the same entity. So now Rahu and Moon, they are together. Now friends, what are the general observations? Moon is your mind. So it can show that the native, may be in a state of illusion. Because Rahu is illusion. The native may be in a state of illusion. And this can happen up till the age of 35. Say till the age of 32 to 35. This can definitely happen. And after that, slowly, the native will feel better and will, be able to come out of that illusion. In case Rahu is not giving positive results in the chart, so then until the age of 35, the native may live in a world of illusion. But then along with age and maturity and experience, along with time, things will improve, provided Saturn and Mercury, they are also somehow well placed or giving the native good results. Saturn is your karma. If you are hardworking, disciplined, then Saturn definitely will not bother you and will not punish you or anything. So you need to see to it that Saturn remains a benefic no matter how it is placed. And Mercury is your intelligence, your reasoning ability. If Mercury is more or less well placed in the chart, then this combination can give you good results. Because Mercury is your ability to use your power of logic and reasoning. If Mercury is afflicted, then this conjunction can create a problem for the native. Then it will be very likely that the native will, remain in a world of confusion, chaos, disorder and all that. And he will be lost in a world of illusion, even intoxication. Rahu can show intoxication. Then Rahu is a planet which does not believe in rules, regulations, authority. It always believes in challenging authority. That is what we know from mythology. Rahu is the ultimate defiance, and Rahu is also the ultimate intelligence, you can say. Rahu is very intelligent. Rahu is very sharp. So if Rahu is in good dignity, then it can also show that the native will be very intelligent. Now, this can happen if this conjunction is taking place in an air sign, because air signs are the signs of intellect. So if the native goes into the field of research, say if this conjunction takes place in Aquarius, then the native can do very well in the field of research, in the field of technology, investigation. The native can do wonders. He can be a scientist, whatever he wants to do. In the field of research he can do. If it is in the sign of Libra also, because Libra is also an air sign, and even Gemini. In Libra and Gemini, in air signs, Rahu becomes powerful. Because Rahu is after all an airy planet. It becomes very powerful in air signs. And if you're using your sense of your intelligence or your power of intellect, if you're using that along some constructive direction, if you're using it constructively towards a positive, along a positive direction, then it can give you wonderful results. The native can be an intellectual of the highest order also with this combination or conjunction. Now friends, you should also look at the degree. At what degree Moon is there and Rahu is there. If the difference is less than is 8 degrees or less than 8 degrees, then this conjunction will be believed to be very strong. It will be very strong if the differences between them is 8 degrees or less than 8 degrees. Then it will be a very strong conjunction. No matter which planet is ahead of which planet. Even if Rahu is ahead or Moon is ahead of Rahu, whatever it be, it will give you strong results. But otherwise, if Rahu is ahead of Moon, then this conjunction will be strong. Say difference is more than 10 degrees. So after 10 degrees, the effect may be a little diluted, provided Moon is ahead of Rahu. If Moon is ahead of Rahu, then the effect gets diluted because Rahu is retrograde and Rahu has a tendency to move backwards. Rahu will move backwards. Rahu is retrograde. So, but if Rahu is ahead of Moon and the difference in degrees is more than 10, but if Rahu is ahead of Moon, then this will be very strong because Rahu is ahead, no? Then this conjunction will become, look at the degrees. Say Rahu is at, say 25 degrees and say Moon is at 5 degrees. Then also this conjunction will be strong because Rahu will move backwards because it's always retrograde. It will move towards Moon and Moon will move forward. So they will collide. So that is what. Now friends, in Bhrigunandi Nadi, we believe that conjunction can take place in other ways also. Like this is the general concept of conjunction, that Moon, Rahu, they are together in one sign, in one particular house. As per Vedic astrology, Parashari astrology. In Bhrigunandi Nadi, we look at other combinations also, and they are also believed to be very strong. The strongest among them is the 212 combination. Besides this combination, this is the strongest. The next strongest will be the 212. 212 combination in which Rahu is ahead of Moon. That is, Rahu should be here in Taurus and Moon should be in Aries. Then Rahu is ahead of Moon. Rahu will have a tendency to move backwards and its 50% presence and aspect will be there in the previous house. So if Rahu is in Taurus, Moon is in Aries, then also it will be a very strong conjunction or combination according to Bhrigunandi Nadi. There is one more very strong combination, that is the Trinal Combination. If Moon's 5th aspect is falling on Rahu and Rahu's 9th aspect is falling on Moon, or vice versa, then it is called a Trinal Combination. Then also in Bhrigunandi Nadi, it is said to be a conjunction between Moon and Rahu because they have a trinal aspect relation. 5-9 combination. That also you should check. So these are the most powerful combinations which are considered in Bhrigunandi Nadi. There are other combinations also, but they are not that powerful. That is, also you can look at the 7th aspect. Now if Moon's 7th aspect is on Rahu, then that means Moon will be with Ketu. So that is also taken into consideration in Bhrigunandi Nadi. And 3-11 aspect. 3-11 aspect, provided Moon is, provided Rahu is ahead of Moon and Moon's 3rd aspect is falling on Rahu. If Moon's 3rd aspect is falling on Rahu, that will also be considered to be a sort of combination in Bhrigunandi Nadi. Please find out what kind of conjunction you have between Moon and Rahu. The strongest ones I have mentioned. When there is 100% aspect on each other, that will happen when they are together in one particular house, in one particular zodiac sign. They may be in one nakshatra, then it will be very strong, or they may be in 2 different nakshatras. That is the 100% aspect on each other, strongest one. Next is when moons, say Rahu is ahead of moon, and moon's second aspect is falling on Rahu, and Rahu's 12th aspect, which is very strong, it is falling on moon. That is the second combination, and the trinal combination. These are the most important ones. Now friends, so what can you say about this combination? So certain things I mentioned in the very beginning. Now moon is also your mother. So your mother may have health issues, some health problem your mother may have. If somehow the aspect of Jupiter is falling on this conjunction from somewhere, if Jupiter's aspect is there, then this conjunction will be auspicious in a way. If Jupiter's aspect is falling, then this conjunction can give the native good results, because Jupiter is the ultimate benefic. So if Jupiter is in good dignity and aspecting this conjunction, then this conjunction generally gives good results. Friends, what else you can say? The native also may have health issues, because moon is also, as I said, your astral and causal body, and Rahu is obstacles. Rahu can signify obstruction. Moon is also the significator of water, milk. Moon also is somehow connected to the 4th house, and the 4th house refers to your chest, your heart, lungs, the chest portion. So the native, especially if this conjunction is taking place in the 4th house, the native may have any health issue pertaining to chest problems, respiratory problems the native can have. The native may be very prone to cold, very prone to cold. This will happen especially say until the age of 35. These problems may be there in the life of the native. If Rahu is, giving malefic results, then yeah, the native will be prone to cold. Not only cold, will be prone to illness, sickness, health issues. Even the native's mother, especially if this conjunction is in the 4th house, the native's mother may suffer from health problems. And if it is in the 4th house, this conjunction, then the atmosphere within the house, it may not be peaceful. Some quarrels in the domestic front, some quarrels may take place in the native's household. So lack of mental peace. So all these things also we can see if Moon and Rahu, they are in the 4th house. This conjunction can give you very good results if it is taking place in the 11th house. 11th house is a house where Rahu becomes very powerful, and there it can show that the native can go into the field of research. Or if this conjunction is taking place in Aquarius, then also it can show the native will do well in the field of research or any kind of investigation, even any kind of in-depth study. It could also be any kind of spiritual quest also, why not? So in-depth quest of something, so the native can be successful in that if it is taking place in the 11th house or in Aquarius or in the air signs, provided you are using the energy of Rahu to study something, to go deep into technology or into occult knowledge. Rahu can also signify whatever is hidden, so hidden knowledge also Rahu can signify. That is why occult knowledge like astrology, tarot card reading, numerology, palmistry, etc., they can also be signified by Rahu. So if the native is going into all these things, into technology, then or research, then the native can get good results. Rahu also is connected to foreign land. So the native can gain from foreign lands, because moon is also your the lord of your lord and significator of 4th house, which signifies your property, money, assets. So the native can gain from foreign lands if the moon Rahu conjunction is there. The native can be very intuitive, and the native can use his power of, because moon shows intuition and creativity, and Rahu can magnify that. Rahu can expand that. And Rahu also is connected to the 8th house. So Rahu can also enable a native to go very deep. And like if the native is intuitive, and then Rahu can enable the native to that level of intuition can be expanded or magnified. This can happen because Rahu can enable the native to do that. Now, if moon Rahu conjunction is there, then we can also say that the native should be careful about intoxication, because Rahu is also connected to drugs, even poison. So the native should beware of drugs or any kind of intoxication, whether it's smoking, drinking, especially if this conjunction is taking place in the 2nd house or in the 12th house. Then the native should be very careful, should not get into any kind of bad habits, and should not fall an easy prey to any kind of addiction. He should not be addicted to anything. Otherwise, Rahu will become even more negative and give you malefic results. And your ability to think also will suffer. I mean, moon will become weak if a person is under the effect of intoxication. So friends, and that will also lead you to illusion. Obviously, you'll stay in your world of illusion and you will be detached from reality. So that will not be good for the natives' overall growth and future. Rahu is a futuristic planet, just like Ketu is connected to past life. Rahu is connected to your future, because Rahu is the planet which signifies your unfulfilled desires that you were born with, those desires of your past life which you could not fulfill in the past life. And that is why wherever Rahu is placed in the chart, you have some desire, some unfulfilled desire pertaining to some signification of that house. So just find out where Rahu is placed in your chart. So moon Rahu conjunction can show that moon is also your mind, your thoughts, and Rahu is again unfulfilled desire. Moon can also signify your feelings. Now Rahu magnifies everything, so it can heighten your feelings. It can heighten your feelings like anything. Yes, you can go to any extreme also. This can happen. So that is why if this conjunction gives negative results, then a native may also become a lunatic. He may lose his sense of consciousness. That is, he may not be able to think properly, because Rahu may magnify his emotions, feelings, in such a way that things may go out of proportion, and the native may become a victim of any kind of mental aberration, abnormality, and it can also cause loss of sleep. It can give the native a lot of stress, and it can cause stress to the native also, and the native may suffer from any kind of abnormality of the mind also, because whatever is out of proportion cannot be normal. Usually it is not normal. So that's what. But if you are going out of your way to do research, or to go deep into the field of technology, or if you're going deep into the field of occult knowledge, then this conjunction can give you good results. So you need to use the energy of Rahu. If you leave your native place and you land up in a foreign land, then you have absorbed the energy of Rahu. Then it can give you good results. Your mother also may be from a foreign culture, because moon is with Rahu. This can also happen. Or your mother was originally from a foreign land or from a different foreign place altogether. This can also be seen from this conjunction. And so your mind also will be preoccupied with your desires. Rahu is unfulfilled desire. So you will have unfulfilled desires and your mind may be preoccupied with them. Now if things are in proportion, if moon is strong, then if you have some unfulfilled desire, it is good actually. You will chase your dream, you will have some target, you will move towards it. But if Rahu is giving you negative results and you don't know which way to go, and if you're lost, you have unfulfilled desires, but then you are adopting some foul means to fulfill those desires, then this conjunction can give you negative results. Because Rahu is also a planet which can show defiance, breaking rules, customs, doing things in a very secretive manner. Such a person may be very secretive also. With moon Rahu, the conjunction is very strong. He can be very secretive. His family members also may not know him at all actually. These things can also happen when you have this conjunction in the first house. Then this conjunction will, influence your personality as a whole, your life as a whole, if you have it in the first house. And if Rahu is afflicting the moon in the first house, then you need to do the remedies for Rahu and also for moon, so in order to make your moon strong. Because we always want our moon to be strong and benefic. Because a strong mind can only, achieve things in life, and not only because you'll become successful if you have a strong mind, but also because in order to be happy in life, it is very necessary for a person to have a healthy mind, a healthy mindset, a healthy way of thinking, a healthy approach to life. That is why it is very necessary to keep the moon strong and benefic. So do not waste water. Moon signifies water. So never waste water. You can also, moon is the representative of mother, so be kind to others if you have this conjunction. Be kind and shower your motherly love towards animals, birds. This can give you very good results towards, innocent birds and animals. Be kind to them. Be kind to the unprivileged, to the physically handicapped. Be kind to them. Be kind to your helpers, whoever helps you in your day-to-day work, whether at home or in the office. Be kind to all your helpers. Then this conjunction will give you good results. So friends, you need to do meditation, very important. And for your health also, both physical and mental, you need to do pranayama or breathing exercise. That is also very important. If you do that, then Jupiter will become strong, because Jupiter is the significator of oxygen or pranvayu. So you should do pranayama or breathing exercise on a regular basis. And while doing so, you can just, do some meditation. You can do your breathing exercise also, can be a sort of meditation for you. if you are focusing on your breath, and if you're doing it, it can be definitely, it is a sort of meditation that will be very necessary for these people with Moon Rahu combination. And children who have this combination, they tend to get addicted to gadgets, especially mobile phones these days. Television is still okay. Now, most children are no longer interested in television. They are more attracted to mobile phones, or they love to play all kinds of games on computers, mobile phones. So parents need to be watchful, vigilant. They need to monitor what their child is watching on mobile phones or on computers. So they need to be watchful, because addiction to gadgets is not a good thing at a tender age. At that age, as a student, they are supposed to study, focus on, enhancing their thinking ability, reasoning ability, or their ability to, imagine things, their power of imagination. So, in order to heighten their power of imagination in a positive way, they should be encouraged to read books instead. They should read books of the school, and books even which are not there in the curriculum. They should read books. Reading is very good. That will enhance the power of imagination. They should not be addicted to gadgets. So that is what. And friends, people with Moon Rahu combination, they may also have the tendency to, remain sometimes in isolation, and to be very secretive. So they may have this tendency. They may love secrecy, they may love isolation also at times. But then this conjunction shows that the native will be attached to the mother. If Rahu is in more or less good dignity, the native will be very much attached to the mother. Look at the nakshatra in which Rahu is placed. Look at the nakshatra in which Moon is placed, and where the nakshatra lord or star lord of the Moon and that of Rahu, where those planets are placed, how they are placed, that will also tell you a lot about this conjunction. So because Rahu is attachment, and Rahu is after all a shadow of the Moon, so there is an indication that the native may be attached to the mother. It can happen. Or it can also happen that the native may, on the one side the native will be attached, on the other side the native may at times not agree with the mother also. The native may have difference of opinion with the mother. This can also happen because Rahu believes in defiance, in challenging all kinds of authority. This can also happen. Friends, what about this conjunction in the fire signs? That is in Aries. Look at the zodiac sign also. In Aries, in Leo or Sagittarius. So, in the fire signs, fire signs are connected to your passion. Now, if this energy, Rahu energy, is not managed properly, and if Rahu is giving malefic results, then in fire signs, especially in Aries, the results can be difficult. In Aries and Leo especially, because fire signs and Moon is a watery planet, so water and fire definitely their elements are very different, and but then Moon in a fire, when Moon is placed in a fire sign, so say if when it is believed to be in a friendly sign, But then when Rahu is with Moon and both of them are in a fire sign, then what will happen? Rahu is an airy planet, and if it is in a fire sign, especially in Aries and Leo, then it may not be able to the natives passion, or it can show this the fire signs 159, no, they form the dharm trikon. So 159, these three signs, they show your passion to do something in life, a mission. Now when you have a great desire to do some research in some field, to go into the field of technology or occult, then it can be very good, even if it is in a fire sign. But if you have the desire to do something which is antisocial, then also it can be very dangerous. So what desire you are nurturing, that is important. So Rahu is driving you along which direction. So if the direction is positive, then this conjunction can give you wonderful results. But otherwise, if you have a passion for doing something which is unethical or antisocial, then this conjunction can give you disastrous results if it is in a fire sign. And in Jupiter's sign, Sagittarius, Rahu is a planet which usually, because Jupiter is the ultimate guru, or it can refer to God. So when Rahu is in Jupiter's sign, in Sagittarius, and if Jupiter is strongly placed in the chart, then Rahu does not get the upper hand. Rahu is unable to protest, or because Rahu is a little afraid of only one planet, and that is Jupiter. So that is one positive thing. If it is in Sagittarius, then it may not trouble you, provided Jupiter is well placed, more or less well placed in the chart. Now friends, in water signs, it can make the native very emotional. Now if you're emotional, intuitive and creative, you can become a very good writer, you can become a very good painter, you can be an artist, you can go into any of the fields of fine arts, and because you have intuition, creativity, power of imagination, and Rahu will magnify, enhance that. But if you're over emotional, if you get carried away by your emotion, then Rahu is giving you negative results. If Rahu is if in a water sign, if it is placed in a water sign, then if the native is getting carried away by emotions, then native can also go into depression, because your emotions are now being heightened by Rahu, and you don't know how to handle your own emotions. So that can be problematic. So that's what you have to see. Otherwise, in water signs, it can show foreign travel, foreign settlement also it can show. Especially Moon Rahu conjunction, there is a strong possibility that you may settle down in a foreign place, away from your birthplace. And in the 12th house, in the 9th house, if this conjunction is taking place, then definitely foreign travel in the 9th house, if it is there, in the 12th house, foreign travel and even settlement. In Bhrigunandi Nadi, we believe that if it is placed in anywhere in the chart also, if Moon Rahu conjunction is strongly there in the chart, no matter where it is placed, there is a promise of foreign travel and settlement in the chart. But then that will depend definitely on the dasha of the planets. The dasha should come, proper dasha. But then the promise is there if Moon Rahu conjunction is there, a strong conjunction. So friends, all these things we can say, and but in water signs, it can also show that you can do very well if you move towards this field of spirituality. Even in fire signs, if you are going towards this field of spirituality, if you're seeking spiritual knowledge, and if this conjunction is in fire signs, it can give you good results. In water signs also, it can make you very spiritual, very intuitive, and very imaginative and creative in water signs. And in air signs, I told you, you can be a great intellectual. What is left? Earth signs. In earth signs, this conjunction generally is believed to be a little stable. It becomes stable because in earth signs, it generally gives good results. Moon gets exalted in Taurus. Rahu too is believed to be exalted in Taurus. So it will give you good results if you're using your, thinking ability and creative power along a positive direction. Then Rahu can magnify that and give you wonderful results. Material results, you will see a lot of growth in life. This can happen. Now in Virgo also, it can give you good results. Rahu does well in Virgo. And if it is in Pisces, I was talking about the, earth signs. So 2, 6, 10, even in Capricorn. In Capricorn, Rahu is powerful again because Capricorn ruled by Saturn, and Moon in Capricorn is believed to be very practical. It causes stress, no doubt, to the native's mind, but like the native may be in some state of stress, but then just the native undergoes that stress only to become practical in life. So this conjunction in earth signs can give wonderful results, especially after the age of 35. Now, no matter in what element, whatever be the element of the zodiac sign in which this conjunction is taking place, after the age of 35, the native definitely gets relief, and if otherwise, at least after the age of 42, the native will definitely be able to get some relief from the malefic influence of Rahu. If at all Rahu is giving malefic influence, then the native will be able to come out of that malefic influence definitely after the age of 42. And usually the native is able to handle the energy of Rahu by the age of 35. The native learns to deal with it. So Rahu is technology, Rahu is illusion, Rahu is all kinds of, even the world of cinema, television, everything is connected to Rahu. The native may be addicted to any of the electronic gadgets. So that is the only concern nowadays, that if a child has this conjunction or if a student has this conjunction, then the native should use technology, computers, mobile phones for the purpose of study, for the purpose of education, and may watch television for entertainment, no doubt, but then the native should not get addicted to television or mobile phones. If that happens, then the native's ability to think creatively, imaginatively, everything will be blocked, and the native's overall growth will also be hampered. So friends, all these things you can say if you have Moon Rahu conjunction in the chart. Now this combination can give you wonderful results also, provided you are using the energy of Rahu. If Moon Rahu is in the 3rd house also, it can show, definitely it can show foreign travel. So it is believed to give you very good results in the 11th house if you're going into the field of research, technology, or you can gain from your professions, from your own profession, because 11th house, and Rahu does well in houses 3, 6, 10, 11, because these are Upachaya houses. The results of these houses grow with time. So if this conjunction is taking place especially in the 10th house and 11th, or in the 11th house, so especially it will give you very good results in the 11th house. So friends, this was my take on the Moon Rahu conjunction. Now if it is taking place in the 8th house, then the native may have health problems. So breathing, exercise, pranayam, meditation, very important. Then it is mother also may have health issues if it is in the 8th house. So meditation is very important. And even, helping others, being kind to others if it is in the 8th house, and doing some meditation. If it is in the 12th house, then the native may get into intoxication. The native may, develop some illicit relationship with somebody. If it is in the 12th house or in the 8th house, then also illicit relationship. 12th house, illicit relationship or illegal relationship with somebody, or intoxication. Both it can show. So if it is in the 12th house, you need to be charitable towards the poor and needy and unprivileged. So you need to do charity if it is in the 12th house. You need to meditate. You can gain from foreign lands. And anyway, if Moon Rahu conjunction is there, the native can gain from foreign lands, from the connection with foreign lands. So all these things, friends, again, if it is in the 6th house, then the mother's health may not be good. So you need to be careful regarding that. So if it is in the 5th house, then Moon Rahu conjunction, if you are using the energy of Rahu in the field of your education in a positive way, say you are studying something which is connected to technology, then Moon Rahu in the 5th house can give you very good results. Otherwise it can show obstacles in the field of education. So that's what. Our Moon Rahu in the 5th house, it can show that for the purpose of education, you had to go to some foreign land. It can show that also. So if it is in the 5th house. So friends, all these things, you just have to look at the house in which this conjunction is taking place. And also look at the dignity in which Moon and Rahu are placed. So friends, that's all for today. See you next time. Take care. Bye.